Put your jammies on.
It's time for Tipsy Tuesday.
Good evening. I have a poor attitude. I just want to say it out front. I'm almost never late for Tipsy Tuesday. Diane, you beat me. Bonjour. LaFive, I was reading your messages about your dad. I have enjoyed the play-by-plays of your dad so much. So welcome, everybody. Why, Jean said. Jean, here's what I want to say. I don't like people who lie. Let me just say that. I'm not going to tell you who lied, who went behind my back. But this is my face tonight. I can tell you something. It's the last time. I just want to set the tone before I tell you about LaFive's dad. I wish, yeah. Well, Sharon, welcome. Sharon's like, I have a poor attitude here too. Welcome. Oh, got me on a rant, Jessica. No, it wasn't Lulu. Lulu's the best. A friend of mine lied to me today. I can't. And here's what I'm going to say. Oh, wait. Lulu is sitting right here. And as I'm talking to you, I just looked down and I saw 3 paws. And I was like, how did she do that? Ruby's under the table. And she was literally right here a second ago. And so when I looked down, I go, oh my God, there's 3 paws. How many paws do you have? Oh, poor attitude is sometimes a good thing. No, full bold face. Well, here's the thing. No, that's a lie. Not a bold face. Actually, it's anybody know this one? Where I say, I have a boundary. I'm not going to do that. And then they go, okay. And then they go behind your back 3 months ago and do it and never tell you. And then you pay for it with your money. I'm going to drink this. Wendy said, I have had a poor attitude for the last 10 days. I have had to have a serious conversation with myself, but so far I'm ignoring me. And you know what? I concur. I teach. Kids lie to my face every day. It's like Groundhog Day with a cast of gaslight. I can't. At least my liar didn't cost me any money, girl. Yeah. Noelle, I'm just learning how to set a boundary. And every time, whatever. I can tell you something. Last time. You know what? Cheers to everybody who's taken some BS for the last time. Cheers. Put it up. From that person, last time. Lois, don't get me started. The fire's lovely. Yeah. Yes, and it cost me more than 25 cents. I am already out 25 cents. And now this. I didn't learn boundaries till 54. Girl, I'm 52. And I set them. And the person said, oh, okay. And did whatever the heck they wanted. Diane said, try to understand the other person. I would love to. But here's the problem, Diane. I don't lie. I feel like we've known each other long enough to know that if I got something to say, I will say it to you in the nicest way possible. But I don't like what you're doing. And you can continue doing it. I just won't be around for it. But I'm going to tell you how I feel. I think that my brain has a hard time understanding people, or like putting myself, like I believe in putting yourself in other people's shoes, seeing things from other perspectives. I'm a fan. I could learn that. When I was 25, I was like, I don't need to hear anybody else. But now I'm 52. I'm like, I could probably learn something from somebody's perspective. But I've learned at 52 and a half, that half, that I don't know how many times I've been saying, I was talking to Chris about something and she was like, I just don't understand. I said, stop trying to understand. You trying to be logical in a situation that just doesn't, there's not logic. Like, stop trying to understand it. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Donna, we just feeling ourselves tonight. And here's the thing. If I have to stumble upon your lie, if I have to find it out myself, that's another strike. And then I got to decide if I'm going to tell you I know you lied. Look at my eyes. You can tell. I haven't blinked in like 7 minutes. There it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Danielle, we do. Yeah. I wasn't lying. I'll give you the clock back, I promise. Thanks for saying that, Jim. That made me laugh. Melanie, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying it's the last time. And you know how when you're younger, like the last time somebody like gets your goat, you're like, that's the last time. You start going crazy. But then you get old and you just like, I don't even have the energy to tell you how done I am. You just never going to see me again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Kathy, yes, they will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't know, Janice. Well, they know. They don't know that I know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shakendra. The only thing that we have to look forward to at this point on Tipsy Tuesday is knowing that the aisle of shame will be flipped tomorrow at Aldi's. And that there is a good chance that Jason will be in the parking lot ready to give you a free cart. That is something to look forward to. Mm-hmm. Then you know I'm done. I know, girl, I know. I won't even tell you exactly. Done. Hold my hoops. Mm-hmm. No, Sherry's good. I don't know, Kim. I haven't decided. So I know. I told Jason everything we talked about today with Aldi. I said, Jason, did you know that when you're in an Aldi, you're supposed to go, caw? And he was like, what? I go, yeah. Apparently that's a thing. He goes, why would you do that? I go, because when you do, caw in an Aldi, apparently somebody calls back, caw. And he was like, who told you this? I was like, the internet. All my besties. So I was talking to Dean tonight. And I didn't talk to him yesterday. I knew he was really tired. And he wanted to fill it. He was talking to Brooke yesterday. Talked to Jacqueline yesterday. He's talking to other people. So I let him have a day off from his mom to say we chatted. It was really nice. And, like it's just weird. You remember when you were applying to college and like you put all your like applications in this like waiting period, right? So Dean got his application in with Juilliard. And we all have to wait until February 14th to find out if he's going to go to Juilliard camp. And then after that, you got to wait another month to find out if you made it in Juilliard. So we're in this like purgatory, this Juilliard purgatory. We're like, you might be going to Juilliard, right? You don't know, like, yes or no. And so I said, well, how do you feel about everything? And he was like, I had a day, Deb. Yes, I did. We were talking about it. He's like, yeah, I was thinking about it. Now, here's what's so crazy is that last year was the first year that Juilliard, their master's program is 4 years. Last year, they all had a program where you would pay for the first 2 years and you'd get the second 2 years free. They started that program last year. This year is the first year that all 4 years are free. I was like, do you know how many worlds have to collide in order to have this happen where Dean goes to this audition, does fairly well, I guess, gets into the finals, and now it's free? I'm like, because even if he made it, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. He couldn't afford it. And so we were talking, and he was like, yeah, so I just got to figure out how to live now. And I go, what? No, what he said was, I have to just figure out how to eat now. And I go, what? He goes, I just have to figure out how to eat and live. You know, I got to figure out, like, he's like, I was thinking about it with my savings, and like, I could sell my car. I could probably make 2 years. I said, Dean, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I said, we got it covered. He was like, what? I said, me and the ladies, we got it covered. He was like, what ladies? I go, all your aunts on the internet, all your other moms. Yeah, we're going to figure it out. I don't care what we got to do. We got to start having fundraisers. We're going to do something. One week at Tanya's, 1 week at Aunt Marie's. No, Jeremy, the bachelor's program you still pay for, but the master's program is free. Yeah, I guess it's a buy two, get two last year. But this year, and they made a statement, and Juilliard said, we feel that a quality arts education is something that should be available to all students. So they got this endowment. And so this is the first class that'll go for free. It's so crazy. I'll do a bake sale. Girl, you don't even know. My brain can't comprehend it. It's like, it's in here. I said, Dean, don't worry about it. We're going to stand at the Aldi's, collect all the quarters. My husband owns a chip company. He'll live. I was like, Dean, you don't know how many people are so excited about this. Could you imagine? I can't. It's so fun. Anyway, so LaFive. So some of you, if you're not supporters, which we'd love to have you, by the way, Dean's going to be at Juilliard. He needs to eat. Anyway, LaFive is one of our supporters. And LaFive, I don't know how long your dad's been living with you, but LaFive has been doing updates. I guess her dad listens in the background to our show. He must hate my voice. And so the other day she started talking about her dad. She was like, yeah, my dad was like following along with everything with Dean. And then he came home late the other night. He's like, what's going on with that Dina's son? What happened? Somebody give me an update. He was like, that kid's going places. He's got a lot of talent. And I was like, what a pop-up thing to say. And then tonight, LaFive wrote on the supporter page, she was like, Dina, my 26-year-old daughter came home today. And as soon as she walked in, my dad was like, do you buy your underwear in packs? She said, my daughter looked at me and was like, why is Pop asking me about my underwear? He was like, that lady on the internet was real angry about packs of underwear. So I just wanted to know. So funny. It's so funny. So I've been loving the LaFive Pop updates. Watching one funny mother through Pop-Up's eyes. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was funny too, because I was like, I wonder like how many shows Juilliard does. Could you imagine? Like Juilliard's having a show. Normally they sell like 200 tickets. They're like, we sold 800 tickets. They were like, who is it? We're all Dean. We'll just all have shirts that say Dean's mom. so funny. Okay, so let me tell you this story. Let me soften the mood. So he said at one point, uh, he said they all had to sit down and write a little essay as kind of the day progressed, and the essay was, what is it that you're most looking forward to working on if you were to go to Juilliard? What do you think is your greatest asset that you're bringing to Juilliard? And tell us about a moment that just really changed you artistically and that you really hold on to. And so he said, so we had to write it when we were there. And I said, okay. And so he kind of went through like what he wants to work on, and which is interesting. And then he wrote what he thinks, he brings to the table. And then he says, and then I wrote about a moment that really just changed me as like an artist and as a person. And then he started out, he's like, my mom is a comedian. And then he just told the most beautiful story. And I was crying, but I didn't want him to know I was crying on the phone. So I was just holding the phone up like this so he didn't hear me crying. I was like, it's so funny when you see your kids like do something awesome. And that awesome could be like Brooke standing at the altar when she was in second grade and crying her eyes out, but not coming off of that altar, even though she was scared out of her mind. It could be something so silly in second grade. Or it could be waiting to find out, writing your essay for Juilliard. You're like, my mom's been a comedian for 20 years, and he told a story. Tracy, I was crying in the car. I was like, oh no, I'm fine, dude. That's a really good story. And then I got lied to, and then the whole thing changed. And then I had a burger from Shake Shack. I probably should have done that, even though it was on a gluten-free bun. It wasn't even that worth it. Now I know I'm going to be sick. It's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster of a day. Oh, Marcy, I didn't want to tell him. But I said to him, like we know the day. So I'm going to go up to his place. I'm going to go up to Brooklyn and sleep on their nasty couch on February 13th. Because I'm going to be there all day, just waiting to find out if he's going to go. And I'm going to be there. Are you on your period? No, Kelly, I'm not. But I'm going to be there all day, February 14th, to find out if he's going to Juilliard weekend. I'm going to jump up and down. I'm going to tell everybody. But if he makes it through Juilliard, well, he'll make it through Juilliard weekend. But then they don't call you for like a month. And then just randomly, if you make it into Juilliard, you'll just get a phone call from the director on a random day. And what I wanted to do is the thing. Do you ever see those videos where people will like go to like online to find out if they've been accepted, and they put the camera there and they're like, all right, let me see if we got into Yale. And they're like, I wanted to have that moment. So what does that mean, Juilliard weekend? So he made it through all the auditions for Juilliard, which is a huge accomplishment. And if that's all this is, we're just going to relish in it. We're going to make shirts and stuff. But they did like 5 days in New York. They're doing 5 days in Chicago and like a bunch of days in San Francisco. So they'll narrow down so eventually they'll get, I don't know how many they'll narrow it down to, but it's not like every time they go, they want to find 12 people, 6 bachelors and 6 masters. Like they can go through a whole day and be like, we're not taking anybody. Like that's how crazy it is, like competitive. So I don't know how many they narrow it down to across all of them, but at some point they have to sit down and decide who's going to go to Juilliard weekend. And then there's 50 people that go. There was 25 approximately from the bachelor's program and 25 from the master's program. And they will go to Juilliard and they will do classes, meet the faculty, do improv, continue to audition. And they're there for 3 or 4 days, and then after that weekend, they all go home, and then they just wait for this call. And it was so great. So Dean loves Adam Driver. Do you guys know who that is? He was like Darth Vader in like the last installation of something. He's a great actor. And he was a grad of the master's program, I think, at Juilliard. I'm not sure if it was bachelor's or master's. Dean thought it was master's. And Dean loves him, and he saw his picture on the wall when they. Do you know how many made all three the day? Yeah, so there were about 175. Did I say Star Trek? I meant Star Wars. Thank you. There were 175 people that started that day, and they narrowed it down to 12. No, Jason will meet me up there. Jacqueline has a show that night, so we're going to be up in New York anyway. No, this is for the full year. This is for a 4-year master's program. He was Kylo Ren in Star Wars. So Dean was telling me he found a video of him, of Adam Driver, talking about how he got into Juilliard, and he said he was working as a stock person at Target, and it was him and an old guy in the stock room, and his phone rang, and it was the director of Juilliard, and she said, "I just want to invite you to the program." And according to Dean in the video, he said, I lost my mind. I lost my mind. I ran out the door, and I just started running around the parking lot, just screaming my head off. He says, I don't think the old man had any idea what was happening. He said, but I knew as I was running around the parking lot that my life was changed forever. And it was just like this great video. So, it's so interesting. And you can, say, I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to go through this process, but only 8 to 10 kids are going to get into the master's program. And, but you can audition 4 times. So, it's, I was like, Dean, you know what? Like everything at this point is gravy. Like Dean has already, he was like, Mom, like the fact that I made it through the whole day is just the most amazing thing. And I want him to tell you the stories about the auditions. He's going to be here Thursday morning, so maybe he'll tell you some of them, but it's just super great. Listening to him talk about it and just how much of the audition was, doing he was older. He was in the military. He auditioned apparently out of high school, and didn't get in. He joined the military. And when he came out 4 years later, he went and auditioned for Juilliard's Masters, and he got in. Yeah. Can anyone audition or have to be on a list? No. So anyone can. So they have something called pre-screens, which you can send a tape in, or you can go to these open calls, which is what he went to. So yeah, he was just super excited and super grateful. But he talked so much about, like, you prepare your monologues and then you go into the room and they'll say, okay, so we like that. We want you to make some changes. We want this to be louder. We want this to be a little bit slower. We want this, right? So they give you changes. And a big part, I don't know if you guys know this, and this is really across lots of different forms of entertainment or art, is when you are working with a teacher is, how much are you able to take feedback and then immediately start to institute it? It's a big part of the auditioning process because it says a lot about how you'll be as a student, how quickly you pick things up, how eager are you to make these changes, just overall, what are you like to work with? And that's, I imagine, what it's like when you go to this Juilliard weekend. And so the first audition had 2 people in it. The second audition had 7. His third audition had 15. and there'll be 40 people at his auditions when he goes to Juilliard weekend. And it's because the class sizes are so small. Like, it's almost like every single faculty has to agree. Yes, we all agree that this is a kid that we want to work with. So it's really quite extraordinary to just kind of listen to it all. I know. Remember when? What was the show that him and Jacqueline? It had a funny name that him and Jacqueline were doing during the pandemic. I don't know if he's related to Minnie Driver. It's graduate from Juilliard. He's a great musician. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Monica, good to see you. Glad you're here. Go the bleep to sleep. That's it. That's it, Renee. So where do we buy these single unpacked panties? Mary Ellen? Soma. Go to Soma. It is. It's funny. You know what? Do you guys, who's the guy? I can see his face. Who's the guy from La La Land, from The Notebook? Who am I talking about? Adorable. So cute. Who are some of the Juilliard alums? So many. Adam Driver, Jessica Chastain. I think Woody Harrelson went there, but I'm not positive. Robin Williams. Short guy. Ryan Gosling. Okay, Ryan Gosling. So Ryan Gosling. What was the story I was just going to tell you? What was I just talking about? I just saw a movie. Oh, so Ryan Gosling. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. He's obviously a huge movie star, right? But every time that he's on a show or something, they always show a video of him dancing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? There's a video of him. He's got to be like 11, 12 tops. And he is like in a dance. You know how you go to like a dance recital? It's all girls. But he's in the middle. He's got like a Zubaz pants on or something. And it's one of the only videos. Was he in the Mickey Mouse Club too? It's one of the only videos of him as a kid. And I was just like, gosh, if Dean ever became famous, do you know how many videos I have? So many. So many. Was he on Star Search too? Yeah, his silver MC Hammer pants. Dino Blizzardio. I have one. Remember when we made it? He got fired from being my son, and we brought a new son in who was just trending better on the internet. There's another one. We played the ukulele, and he jumped in the air. He was hosting a pageant. Oh gosh. I was like, oh, I have so many videos. So many. So much fun. I'm so late. It's all right, Jen. I've gone through all the emotions. Just pick up wherever we started. Adam Driver is not Minnie Driver's brother. I don't even know what that is, Angela. That would be funny. Dean's singing videos. Oh, what do we do if he gets famous? And he's already famous. Well, you know what's so funny too is that when he was in all the plays, and Andrew, don't listen to this part. You're not allowed to record any of them, and because you're not allowed to post them. And I was just like, I'm just gonna record it. I'm not gonna post it. It's just for me. So I did most of them. Don't listen to that part, Andrea. Yeah. So I have those. He's so good. I said to Jason, you've never seen him like do his thing. Like, he was so good. Lois said, don't get me started, Lois. La, 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 la. Andrea came with us today at the gym. Girl, Andrea's doing so well. So I don't know, probably 2 years ago, I said to Andrea, why don't you come to the gym with us? No, I'm not coming. She wasn't coming. She wasn't into it. She wasn't in a good place. I'm not coming, Dina. But she did the work. Girl, she did the work. She started at the gym with Anthony, and Anthony said she's got to come a bunch of times by herself before she's allowed to come with you girls. And he said, you gotta start to do it. And so she did a bunch of times by herself. And he says, you've done enough. You can come one time with the team and one time on your own. So today was the first day she came. It was me, her, Chris, and my mom. And we all worked out today. Oh my gosh, I told her this story. I was cracking up. You're going to laugh. Last night I'm getting in bed. I'm on my Instagram. And on my Instagram, a video pops up. This is old guy. It says he's a researcher. This is what he says. He says, the research is out there. The research proves that women over 50 who work out regularly have a lower chance of having Alzheimer's in the long run. He said, it has been proven that you need to be exercising. He says, and secondly, even if you are a person, a woman who has the Alzheimer's gene, if you are working out on a regular basis, 2 times a week, if you have the Alzheimer's gene, it will delay the onset of Alzheimer's by 11 years. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like, Jason, you listening to this guy? Like, that's what we tried to do. And so I'm a big proponent. Listen, I started with underwear, but next is going to be working out, ladies. Don't get me started. You can be working out twice a week. You're like, I got to leave this channel. But he goes on and on. And he was like, and the reality is if I told anybody, but specifically women in this scenario, there's a pill that I can give you that reduces your risk of Alzheimer's, you'd be like, give it to me. But the answer is exercise twice a week, at least regularly. He goes on and on. I'm like, Jesus, can you believe this? This is incredible. He goes, so it's out there, ladies. All right. You've got to start working out. What does that mean? That means do more housework, do more gardening. I was like, okay, what? Okay, you had me up to housework. It was such a great video. And then I was like, wait, what? Did you guys just do this research so we do your laundry? And then I got real twisted about the whole thing. I was like, you open with do more housework? That's your go. Don't want Alzheimer's? Do more housework. Okay, you know what? You had me, and then you didn't have me. I was like, no. I resent this. Exactly, Gloria. And I was like, It was so funny. That's why I still pay for the, even though you gotta go, Shakendra, twice a week. I go to the gym 7 days a week, said Samiko. Good for you. No, Kelly, apparently it's not good. It was a man, Jennifer. He was like, how are we going to tell these bitches they got to start sweeping more? Let's make up some fake research. I don't know, Julie. I do think that we all should be working out more. Tell me about the underwear. What's the secret? The secret is do not buy it in a pack. Monica. There was a big divide today. Oh my gosh, wait, let me tell you this story. So does it work for men? I don't think so, Judy. Apparently it's lay on the couch more and you'll defer your Alzheimer's for 50 years. I think that's what they're telling the men. I see, here's what's so funny. So at the end of a day, Jason will come home and be like, hey, we do the whole how was your day, right? Every once in a while, I'll be like, how was the morning show? So we had a big fight about underwear. And I said, I told him that whole story, right? So we're on the way home. And he goes, so what did you guys talk about? So we talked about underwear. He's like, again? I said, somebody mentioned it, and then it just spun out of control. And I'm against packs of underwear. Like, just go to Soma, buy some individual underwear. You'll look real cute. It'll be the lacy parts. It'll be nice, right? I'm explaining everything. He goes, why are you so against it? I said, Jason, you don't understand. They put underwear in a pack, and it's all beige or all black, and then they started trying to trick us. And like a couple of years ago, they started adding like one striped panty in there to be like, oh, you really like these because they got one striped panty in it. And I was like, but it's a fake, right? So I'm explaining it to him because he doesn't know. He goes, Dina, packs of underwear I find are really great. I go, it works for you. You should continue buying packs of underwear. Nobody ever looked at a man and was like, you know what? That would look better in lace. Nobody. It doesn't apply to men. Okay? But then he says, I don't understand why you're saying, are all packs bad? I go, yes, all packs of underwear are bad. I have never seen a pack of underwear and be like, no, that's gorgeous, ever. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, I mean, I'm sure they sell some sexy packs. I go, they don't. There are no sexy packs. And then he says, Dina, I'm sure that they sell G-strings and packs. And then I started cracking up laughing because I was like, they don't. And then I was like, I wonder who drew that line. Did you ever think about it? Somebody drew a line years ago and they were like, listen, we can only in packs of underwear put beige, black, and one striped pair. But no one on the history of the planet has ever said, let's give them a pack of G-strings. And when he said it, I was like, Jason, that's not a thing. And I was so confused by just him even saying it. He was like, what do you mean? Why is that so weird to you? The thought of that. I go, I don't know. Because it doesn't exist. Because most women are like, I wouldn't buy one. So why would I buy? You bought a pack of G-strings, Odette? That's not a thing. No. How would they even wrap the G-strings around the cardboard and make that look sexy? Exactly. I wonder if women back in pioneer days were able to buy a pack of pantaloons. They do not sell. Somebody said they do sell packs of thongs. Lisa Finn knows. Lisa, you're lying. Have you bought one? No, at Fredericks of Hollywood, we all hung the G-strings individually. They do sell them? Christina says yes. Victor was like, I like this conversation. I've never even seen pack of G-string. I'll Google it. That's not going to get anything good. Pack. Let me put pack of undies. Yep. All right. Now let's do pack of G-strings. Oh. No, I only wear black thongs. I can attest I bought them in a pack. They were indeed inferior to single thongs. Boom. No. I had no idea. That would be a big pack of pantaloons. I'm out. Pretty sure Costco has thong packs. That can't be. I just don't get it. Like, who is like, ladies, why settle for one wedgie when you can have 5? It makes no sense. My search history has been trashed for a long time. Tina Naomi says, I have a 3-pack of DKNY seamless thongs. They're the best things there. Well, then randomly Jason was like, are you going to talk about liners? And I go, what? He goes, well, you talk a lot about underwear. You're going to talk about liners. And the fact that he knew about liners. He goes, well, they obviously don't make packs. They don't make panty liners for G-strings. And I go, yeah, they do. And his mind exploded. He was driving. He was like, I think he came to a screeching halt in a very busy highway. He goes, what? I go, yeah, of course they have panty liners for G-strings. And he was like, how would they do it? You could see he was doing some kind of pad origami. No one has ever put those two words together before. I hope Jeremy's still here. Jeremy's like, Dina just said pad origami on her show. I know. Shakendra, why'd you write panty liner question mark? You know what a panty liner is. It's panty liner math. So funny. So funny. Pad origami. Nope. Unpack it. Start again. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. If you guys could use the word pad origami tomorrow at work, I would love it. Mm-hmm. And they are expensive for so little material, said Stephen Hutzel. Stephen, how would you even know? How would you even know that they're so expensive for such a tiny amount of material? Why is Stephen saying that? Never thought I'd say it. Lisa, you're welcome. What in the world did I walk into? You're welcome. Please use it at work tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe they're going to try to solve some kind of financial issue. And you'd be like, I think I got it. Guys, I have something I'd like to add to the conversation. I'll be like, how do you think we can save money here? Bad origami. How are you going to even say that with a straight face? Mm-hmm. Carrie, please do. Mm-hmm. Janice, those are high cut undies are more acceptable than briefs. Any of it's good. Mm-hmm. I don't know, Diane, that Jason is so into underwear. I just think that when I bring him these things, like he wants to help problem solve it or at least understand it. And I'm like, no, of course, no. No, they don't have. I'm gonna have to break it to him that they do have packs of cheese string. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Pat origami, Melanie. Hours of fun. Hours of fun. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see there is a girl? I don't know her name, but she's a comedian, but she plays the piano. And she has a bit about pads, specifically tampons. And she sings a song about it. If you know it, you're probably already laughing. But the song is so funny because she sings a song about how the greatest minds in the world sent a female astronaut who was on a 7-day trip somewhere, the moon, 7-day, maybe it was a month. And they sent her with 100 tampons. And then she wrote a song about it. These are the greatest minds in the world. And they were like, we have an astronaut. She's going to be away for a month. Let's give her 100 tampons. And it was Julie. It is the funny. I will watch that video over and over again. Mm-hmm. And the astronaut herself has videos about it. And then oddly enough, they tied them all together by the string. I don't know why, but apparently that was also a thing. And this comedian took this story and wrote a song about it. And it's the funniest thing. And now that I've said it, it's going to show up in your feeds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if she got stuck like those other astronauts just circling, she'd be fine. Yeah, more proof that they have zero clue about women's bodies. And these are the greatest minds in America. I imagine if they started to float away, they'd all float at the same time. You'd be like, I should catch those. I don't know. They tied them together, Candace, aren't you the comedian that plays the piano? You would think so, but I didn't even write that song. It's such a good song. Mm-hmm. I don't know, Barb. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'd be thinking, I don't think I'm getting back to Earth as early as I thought I was going to be. Mm-hmm. So funny. I need more bourbon. Where's Jason? Was it only a week, Kathy? I'm telling you. So funny. So funny. So anyway. Enough for 7 to 10 business years. I had a lot of emotions today. I don't know about anybody else. Mm-hmm. Luan's like, why am I drinking bourbon? It's a fun night. I was in line today to go get some medicines at a CVS or something. No, I was at a Wegmans. I don't know. Chris literally drove me around today because my car was getting fixed. Okay. You want to cuddle? Oh, it's Booby. It's a Booby sighting. Uh-huh. Oh, wait. I have to read you something. Will you guys wait if I go get more bourbon? Look at this face. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. And I want to read you what I wrote on Jacqueline's Rover profile. All right, hold on. Let's go get more bourbon in my phone. You guys stay here. It'll be really funny, I promise. Don't go anywhere. I want to see how many people are left when I come in. All right, hold on. So I'm too old. Oh, I found my phone. Step 1. Hold on, you guys stay right there. I'll be right back. Talk to each other. Well, fine. Say something about your dad. I'm coming back. Am I the only one on the internet that will just leave the internet? Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. So I told you all that Jacqueline is going to start working on Rover, right? She's up in Brooklyn and she needs money. And I was telling her all about Rover. She loved it. She was like, I can cuddle with dogs. Okay. So I get a thing from her that says, Jacqueline says that you could write, like, so when you're starting on Rover, you don't have any reviews. So it said, Jacqueline said, I'll read it to you. Hello. Help Jacqueline care for pets on Rover by writing a brief testimonial recommending Jacqueline as a responsible and loving pet caregiver. Your comments will be posted with your first name and last initial. Please write at least 25 words, right? So this is what I get. So this is if you're new to Rover and you want to be like a dog walker or a dog caregiver, that, people that could write a little like testimonial. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I write 2 reviews and I take a picture and I said, Jacqueline, you let me know which review you think we should use. So this was the first one. Hold on. So I wrote, Jacqueline has been caring for my 3 dogs for years. They were still 3. Her personal touch and understanding of each of my dog's needs went well beyond merely feeding and walking them. I can't recommend her enough. If you love your dogs like your own kids and maybe even a little more, Jacqueline is the perfect person to care for them when you need to step away. Total peace of mind. Couldn't recommend her more. That was really good. Okay? So that's what I wrote. And then because I think I'm funny, I wrote a second option. And this is the second option. I said, Jacqueline, tell me which one you'd like to use. Here's the second option. Jacqueline liked my dogs, but was usually out partying late and wouldn't wake up to feed them until around 3 p.m. She's funny, but she has more hair in her armpits than my Labradoodle. She likes to cuddle with them, but sometimes too long, and then they would pee on my couch. She's a great dog watcher, but mostly with her eyes closed and laying in her bed. So I took a picture and I sent it to her. And I was like, which one would you like for me to leave as your review? One is like mostly accurate, and the other one is spot on. Signed, Kitty Radcliffe. Thank you. I immediately got a call. And you should see when I was putting it in, I was like so careful. I was like, please do not hit submit. Like, I think this is funny, but God forbid I hit submit. I was like, oh my gosh, it's funny. Okay, Shack Natural. Yeah. So we decided to go with number 1. So that's what we did. So there's that. Yeah. How to make your adult children call you. Thank you, Beatrix. He took the bourbon bottle away. I will tell him about the pack of shoestrings. Anyway. All right, well, listen, I want to thank everybody for all your funny comments. I've been cut off by the bartender. So anyway, yeah, busted Brooke. Anyway, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think we did a great job tonight. I think it's Tuesday, and by Tuesday, things could already go sideways. And I hope that at least you got a little bit of a laugh tonight. He did, Kendra. So that's it. Bourbon. Luann, you're funny. All right, everybody. Well, I know he is making sure I get up early tomorrow. 5:30 comes real early. We've been doing a good job with our yoga. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching, as always. And yeah, keep saying prayers for Dean as we wait out this next few days, waiting for his Valentine's Day has never meant as much as it does this year. So thanks for watching. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow morning. So have a great night and a blessed night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.